Welcome, guys. 1st of March. My freaking birthday month. How about that? Quite nice. Let's see how March gonna bring us to the market. So far, it looks okay. The only thing what's gonna be quite volatile from tomorrow is because of the March open, daily open, and the weekly open. It's gonna be around ish the same area. So if you talk about big resistance and support, and those two areas gonna be the aim. How are we gonna play it off? So far, we are trading below that. Let's deep dive it on it and see how we gonna be aiming for and what kind of levels. Let's start with bigs. We are still in the range from 20 to like 18, 17-ish area. So this is still a range, right? We didn't even pop it yet. We are, well, aiming quite heavily into the upside, but still grinding into the lows of it. We didn't break anything yet, right? Yet, I mean, the low of this, but I don't care about that. The most important one is between the 17 and 16. Those two lows are the most important one. So, and the high of the 20, right? So going by, of course, the freaking war or any kind of shitty things what's going on. The most stupidity people in the world are fighting about God knows about what. And killing each other, of course, right? And the people who doesn't deserve even that kind of life. But um, Monday more open volatility is gonna be spiking up, not only on the whole market, but even like every single thing, right? Everything's gonna be hot tomorrow, so be aware of that. If you are not really sure to trade over it or be in the trade, you're not even you want to be risk free, stay aside, let it market cool off, and then pull the trigger like Wednesday or something like that. But tomorrow it's gonna be quite a big spike either way. So be aware of that. I am assuming we will see some volatility coming in, so that might even potentially be above the 20. Oh yeah. Overall, Dixie still at the resistance. That's already from a couple weeks. Beginning. Oh, that's already from a month. We're still at the same resistance. On the side retest, we have been quite heavily testing it. We didn't still regain that, so potentially going back at 96 or even lower at 96.02, sorry, 0. That could give us a little bit more push into the market, right? We want dollar to go lower. We don't want to even regain that or get back at the resistance higher up. Potentially that's good, but dollar need to get back at 96 to 8 or even lower. Market-wise, we are still kind of iffy on that perspective. We are overall in a range, right? That's quite significant. We did lose the previous low, but then we did regain the mid range of the whole swing, right? Now, by that buyback, what we had Friday, no, sorry, Saturday, we are still holding up on that. If we're gonna get below the 690 again, well, we're gonna go and dump the whole thing lower, right? That's quite obvious right now. But we need to regain either way 716 or even coming back at the high. Jesus Christ, my lines. Going back at the high of this whole move, right? And that could be quite easy because it's been already tested twice even, so we could even swing a little bit more higher up, potentially if the market turns around and goes higher, right? So far we are at the resistance, resistance in range, mid of the range of it, but going back at the resistance, good potential, right? And as I'm mentioning last week as well, watch out for gold. It's going to spike up, and what we're going to have, we did get back at the high of it. We did retest of that on the daily, so that's all good. Gold sell-off still behind a little bit. The tokenize only front run it a little bit. It's most of the times like that. So if you are on the bots, then they've been performing quite well because that's long been playing out really, really good. Same thing on silver. So that's gonna follow up. We did technically already close up above the 87, so that's already regain of the high. Now we have continuation. There's a fair value gap, so potentially we're gonna do quite similar thing as gold is doing right now. Right? That's quite obvious. Be aware as well, like just because of the stupidity war or whatsoever, look out for oil and all that commodities, because those are gonna be spiking up. Not gonna go cover up all of those today, but that's gonna be quite volatile from tomorrow. Dominance ones, We've been breaking the below. We got a spike into the underside retest, not really coming into that one, just front run a little bit, and we just got nuked again on it. So potentially dominance going lower. That's good. We want that, so we want it as low as possible, right? Um, CME gap, not really sure we're gonna have one or like a major one. It's gonna be a small one, nothing significant, right? So that's not something that you should even look at it right now. Depends how we're gonna turn around the market till the close of today. But so far, yeah, it's gonna be just a small one. This is quite interesting because there are two things happening. We are still in this split of capital, right? So we see that the large caps are down, even the meme coins, and the alts and stables are quite heavily. Now we had that quite spike into the neutral line, but we still continuing and still failing it a little bit lower. Two things are happening. That's one of it. Secondary wave masters or any kind of oscillators are starting to get into the neutral line. If we still continuing in this range, in this split, and the oscillators are will get overheated, right? That means we're gonna do this, this, and this. That's what we are cooking right now, right? Slowly. As well, we're gonna get back at this core trend. Sorry, not core trend, the core line of the liquidity. We're gonna take that, and that's gonna bring us lower. So potentially, yes, we are aiming to get at a resistance of 70. If we're gonna regain that, that's the second thought. The longs are still holding it up. Not really much of pushing it lower on the shorts, but we are still in this freaking range, right? So be just aware of that. Not much change, but those are the two things. We are still capital flow, cash flow negative. The next reversal sign that might come in, but that one gonna be if we're gonna get back at 68-ish. It's still in negative, but with small reversal sign, right? We are not even close into that flip over here from the neutral line. And trend wise, we are still down. So that's one. Capital flow overall market index is quite high on the gold, silver as well. VIX still spiking. That's gonna be quite seriously aiming to go higher up if tomorrow opens. Gonna show some volatility. USDT came quite heavily down, so people are moving assets from USDT. That's quite significant as well, and something to consider. If those assets will come back into the market, we might see some, right? Because every single time we had that from the lows, right, over here, and then it started to spike again, the market tend to move. So we are still down on the market on the highest time frame, right? Dixie is still a little bit more into the neutral line. Nasdaq came down quite heavily, and SPX follow up. Daily wise, it looks a little bit more different because daily wise, we came back from the February of 5th quite significant into the neutral line. We didn't flip it. So staying below that line, right, below this neutral line, we are still negative on the market until that flips. That's why it's good to see to look at the high time frames and as well move the times a little bit more around. Now we're gonna get a little bit more into the juicy stuff of Bitcoin and some alts that I've been longing lately because they've been really good paying out. So you like my meme? Cool. Hide this freaking face of him. Now let's start with it. And I'm gonna show some trades that I took as well at the same time. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to post it later on. Anyhow, we had this move on Bitcoin from the 62-ish area into the high, and then we came back into the pocket that I've been aiming for the support, and we had that move right now from Friday, so it's really good, perfectly. And we open up the monthly open. So that move was really good so far. I'm still in. I think I have still 30% in on most of the bags, so still okay. Most profit took out, but yeah, still continuing if we're gonna see some regain of the level. So let's have a look on that perspective. Just because of the monthly open, I'm gonna cover it from the highest one. like I mentioned as well, that monthly gonna stay like that. We just move around a little bit, and it is what it is, right? So overall, this is still continuation, right? That's obviously potentially we are aiming to get below or close to 57-ish on the monthly. We could see some reversal one and then dump from it. If not, we might, if we're gonna flip the monthly level right now or in 2 days. So that could bring us a little bit more higher up into the 82-ish or even the retest of yearly, right? So those two levels are the levels that I'm probably gonna short quite heavily into the bear market if and only if we're gonna see reversal and breakout of this range that we are right now. I hope that's quite clear. Um, Same thing for weekly. This is still continuation. Still, we're not gonna do any sideways for a while as well, or regain this whole freaking range what we are in. So not much changing on that. We're still in this whole freaking wick even. Didn't fit it. Daily wise, that's what I've been mentioning. That whole range, what we are in, is still from the 70.54 ish. It depends on the chart, but it's 74.4 on mine. Regaining that, I'm gonna get back at February. First thing that we need to flip that because that's been quite heavily holding us down. That's been mentioned from February that it could do the same thing that we did last year. Flipping that, then we're gonna go to the yearly. So those two levels, that's 70-ish or a little bit more lower than I've been talking about monthly. But yeah, those two or kind of ish in those area levels too. We're not gonna talk about that right now because we are there, not there yet. We are still in the continuation on Bitcoin to go lower because we didn't regain the previous high yet. We had a really good buyback on Saturday. So if we're gonna hold on that one and daily wise in 6.2 sorry, 6.5 hours, we're gonna regain March, right, and stay above the March and open up a weekly even above March. I don't care even about that weekly because that weekly been quite heavily tested already on the side retest, of course. If we're gonna flip the March, then we could potentially aim for the resistance, right? One more, and then we could grind it out and break out finally of this freaking downside movement of the range. That's on Bitcoin. But so yeah, that's still potentially quite good in my eyes. Just because we had from this high, we broke the lows, right now. And from that low, we did regain the previous mid high and holding on the previous higher low. So potentially lower time frame or like 4 hour ish start to turn around. That's only when we're gonna regain the high of 69.3. Right? If this continues, break below 63.6, we will continue lower. That's only that I can say about it. There is not much happening right now. Yes, we have the underside retest and the failure from the monthly open, but it still could potentially bring us if we're going to hold on 63 time. So holding technically on my entry, holding on that level, right? Or even going back, retesting, grinding higher up, and then do something like this, still fine. All depends on the weekly open right now and the daily. This monthly we have daily, it's been done in my opinion, but monthly is still a little bit more higher up, so it's heavier. That didn't been tested on a higher time frame. But this is technically that I'm aiming for. Let's see what AlgoMaster gonna say. I don't think that's changed much from the last time. Yeah, we're still in the order book, and the one above us still the same. So we are in the middle of the range, and liquidity wise, still the pocket what we are aiming for coming back. That could be potentially just because you had a regain of this and just failing on underside retest of that structure, coming back over here, and you could potentially aim again for regain the daily or the monthly ones. So technically the 66.9 is the most important level right now. Right, that's one. How about the bands? It's been a while. Look at those ones. Yeah, we are still under a battery. That could be the liquidity grab going lower. Fail the right now. The level, the only level that matters is the 63.8. That's the one. The rest to the left has been tested. all that wicks and all the shenanigans, I don't care about it. Even that level been tested. So if you come back on 4 hour and you close anything below that level, it's done. And the continuation of the downside there is there. So that's on Biddy. Like I'm saying, I had a nice long from it. Let's see if we're gonna continue. 30% still in. It's fine. I didn't bother to short it yet. So not something that I'm looking at right now. But yeah, that's the Bitcoin. We're still in this whole freaking range eventually. And let me switch on all the levels. Yeah. Right, mid range, we are still at it. So yeah, we had really nice good move from the 62.6, and we come back. Perfect retest of that one, swing into the mid range. Perfect. Let's see. We still could reverse that, right? 1 hour technically broke all that structure right now. So if you reverse that, try to regain the previous high. Yeah, potentially it is reversible. If you're not gonna continue right now straight down and close anything below here on 1 hour like that, then that's done. That's starting to look like dumpy. Right. So far, so good. Yeah, it's a patient game, I guess, right? The long's been paying quite nicely. I didn't bother to short it yet, so this is what it is. There is one more, and hype starts to really, really piss me off because I'm not gonna be waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to long the shit out of it. And I thought I had orders for the place, but apparently I didn't. So it's another trade that it moves without me, but it's the only one. The rest five, I took like perfect swings on it. But yeah, high got really great, good move from the low that it created that we failed from this whole structure. We get back at 25. We did underside retest of this whole swing, and we hold on 26. Technically, it broke the structure on the low time frame. Nothing significant on the 4 hour, but low time frame it did. So yeah, I was kind of aiming for this area just because of that double bottom on Wix. But I don't know. I thought I had the orders placed, but I didn't. So I guess that's what you get when you get older. So yeah, it moved freaking good, and it's at 21% already into the resistance. So we didn't break out yet on this whole swing failure, but we are at the resistance. March open is quite heavy and quite up as well. So let's see how we're going to be dealing with it. The best scenario will be to come back right now into the weekly or even 27 and then start to do a bigger move, right? Because right now what you have is change of character. Start off a change of character, right? That's quite obvious. Still at the resistance. Be aware of that, right? Still, you're not gonna regain 32.29, right? That's the previous high that you failed from. This first hip, that's the major regain that you need to regain, and then you're gonna aim for the higher up stuff. So far, this is technically creating a range and at the resistance. So be aware. But yeah, possibly it can come back. Yeah, definitely. Or it's gonna do one more and then just regain all of that stuff. So yeah. Now let's go to my second jam. It's surprising I took that trade as well, but I want to explain that trade because it's nothing to do with structure because there wasn't any. We had this whole perfect support over here, and this whole move was extremely good, and surprisingly, it broke it. So it's done. The move has been wiped out. We did wipe the lows of it. We could potentially go lower. I took this trade just because of the swing failure. Nothing significant, nothing special. So just to be honest with you, this is how I took it, and this is where I placed my order, or I had my order placed, and I had quite more below it, but that was one of the first one that it took, and we are still at resistance. Right, this still could continue lower. So not even didn't even come back at the swing high. So that's unfortunate because I could swing short on it. But so far, yeah, we broke it. I really need to right now or wish to regain the 3.25. So this is the first regain of it for any potential short from this area and change of this whole structure for the upside. So far, unfortunately, I have no understanding why and whatsoever it did, because after this whole move, breaking the low, it's something that I don't expect the coin to do. It did on the 4 hour. That's why I want to change it to daily, only on 4 hour. So far, the daily one is still uptrend. The buyback on Saturday was really freaking strong. So potentially we could fill it and then reverse and go higher, right? So this is only something what's happening on the 4 hour. Be aware of that. That's why you always need to zoom out to check what's going on, or zoom in, right? Always. I always do that. I stick with 4 hour. That's my jam. I always want to double check, like, okay, but what's going on daily? If 4 hour broke, I mean, we nothing yet. So till the daily not gonna get back below 2.97, then all still fine and Gucci. So only the 4 hours a little bit iffy, but still this could turn around and continue quite quick, like it did over here as well. So that's great. The long been quite nice. Swing failure long. Sometimes I take them. They're always paying out. But you need to be certain what you do if you want to pull them. Not something that you always should aim for. Now AVAX as well. You see long again, a new one, because sorry, I did it. That's still from here. Sorry, AVAX. No, that was a different token. AVAX, I did enter more margin into it because it didn't come close to my re-entry. But yeah, still really good long. What we got from the 8.32 ish area, and I'm still gonna hold on that one, just because AVAX need to do a little bit more to break that stuff. Now it calls for 8.5, so breaking that, I'm gonna get back at my previous re-entry, and I will still ladder into it. Same what I did with Injective. I did ladder into that for another potential long. Use cause as well, structure-wise, we did regain that. We are holding on the low. Not much changing. Lower time frame, yes, I don't care about this. Still, it's gonna break the previous low what we settled. So AVAX is holding a little bit more stronger than Injective, and they flip from each other quite often. I like that. Still in the range, right? Don't get me wrong. Like both of them, right? They are still in this whole massive range. But otherwise, it's still quite looking good. Render, finally, freaking hell! I've been like shouting at it so many times already from this high that it didn't reach it and blast through without me. And I had small long over here, or small, a decent long over here. What it's been performing quite well, and now finally it got hit. So happy days. It did well. Still 20% in most of the bags, so still good. And yeah, potentially this is looking even stronger than the rest of the alts, just because we have this support, right, creating, and we have already this support over here. So technically double support on it. So this is great. We did regain this hip, so holding on the lows, we still could potentially continue, right, if we attempt to reverse. If not, there is still potential more below us to hold on it. Daily wise, even stronger, just because right now we are below this low. That's still fine, but the main one is below at 1.28 volt. So yeah, Gucci, all Gucci so far. And then the last one that I took was the freaking Solana. That one is in really nice range. So one of the good ones or better ones that I've been seeing lately. So yeah, I had the long from here, of course, really good profit, and then we came back at the support, and that's the entry that I took out from it, and it's been performing quite well. At the high, we did regain that previous hit over here, so that's great. We didn't get back at the highest high, but still good. So for me on Solana is still holding on the 81, 81.66. So holding on that, still continuation. So let's see how we're gonna perform from it. Give me a second. So yeah, those are the alts I've been playing around with, taking some longs on it, and been really good for me. Mm, not much that I've been looking at it. Those are only coins that I'm trading so far. I'm not really aiming for some shitties or some different stuff. Been adding to my spot backs as well lately. The only thing that matters so far is one level. I don't care about anything else so far, then only March. March and February above us, right? Those two are the levels to care about it if we're going to get there at February at least. But March is the level that's going to hold us, also in the way that we are right now. So it's going to push us lower or it's going to hold us to go higher up, right? It's perfectly as well in the middle of the range of it. Together from tomorrow with the weekly open, those two levels could act as quite volatile, right? So be aware. We are still in the range. Nothing's changed since a month ago. I mean, nothing changed. Like, yeah, we dumped lower, but we are still in this whole freaking range. That's what I mean. And potentially, we are still holding on the middle of it. Still, we're not gonna regain the previous resistance. Still the same thing over and over and over again, right? Be aware, we can continue this, right? Same thing we did over here. This doesn't mean we're gonna end it like tomorrow or after tomorrow of next week. That's still not the case because we still can continue doing something like that. And potentially, I'm kind of aiming for this kind of movement. Why? Because that's gonna give you something like. So right now, if right, this is the high we are aiming for, right, or one of those two, right, this is the resistance. Technically, what you are aiming for, and that's gonna be quite heavy with this small structure. It should be a little bit bigger, but anyhow, like you know the drill, something like this, right? One more, and then do the big stuff, drop off. One more, the divergent move, and then start to drop it off, right? Something like that. That could be the place. Yeah, where I'm not even aiming at this stuff anymore. This is for me already gone, right? Even on 106, 115, that's gone. Why? Because this is your highest 2 points that you should aim for right now. Technically, it's structure, right? So this is the high, this is the low, this is the high, this is the low. Where do you go next? Right? But yeah, this should be the aim. And I'm seriously as well putting myself in a position to front run it, also in this kind of moves. Like 86.4 and 92.5 you're gonna get there. Could get quick or could get a little bit dirty as well, but it's what it is. So far, not really thinking about that till we're not gonna regain this high, because that's the whole, first step that you should look at it. Right? That's resistance. This 70k. Don't regain 70k. We're still going lower or sideways for no matter what time. So yeah, that's the whole play, right? And the only thing that's holding us, and that starts to get a little bit iffy because that's really the only place. It's 63.8. Yeah, 66, 63.6. Sorry, that's the only whole support that you're having below us. And then coming back, you're starting to aim at least close by to 58.9. Why? Because that's the monthly low on the previous structure. There's nothing between because of this wick, and in this whole small gap, there is nothing on structure. Yeah, easy as that. Can we do that? Yeah, we can. Always can, no matter what. So I'm looking at liquidity. Pocket here still heavy, stacked. So yeah, as support, or if you're gonna be dealing with it, that's fine. Top side, not much of a heavy liquidity, right? Every single time we have the liquidity on high time frame, as in 150 axis, we take it. We don't leave anything behind. Like there's not even something to think about that we're gonna get here quite quick. So the highest liquidity ends up like the most of it is 79-ish area. So not much yet. But it can be surprised, right? Like have a look as well on Shit, there was one token that I want to look at it. I forgot about it. Anyhow, I might remember it later on. Oh yeah, now the the elephant in the room. I'm not sure if you guys remember this. I've been shorting Netflix since the pop of 124-ish area, and I got out. Not really out because I'm still in a small, really small bag. 40% down, and my my stop loss in profit is somewhere in 109-ish. So what I want to say is I really don't like to long this, but we had a really good spike of it of 28% so far. So yeah, it did regain the previous structure of this hip. That's as well. That's on a daily, so be aware. Technically, we breaking the structure, but now I really need to see it coming back from next week and playing any retest of the support. Otherwise, I'm not gonna long it because I've been saying I don't like to long it. It came back really, really nice into the first point of interest of mine, 76. I really was thinking we're gonna get a little bit lower, but it reversed quite longer. It took it quite longer for it to do it, but yeah, it reversed. So now I want to come back at the support, and then I might swing it, right? But thing is, and be aware of that, we broke this, right? So just be aware that we've been breaking that, and we still can go and grind it out and do all the shenanigans and all that stuff, right? And pop the high, but it's been quite heavily broken. That weekly, oh my fucking god, trading view. That weekly candle is quite nice, to be honest with you, really good. But you need to have any retrace of monthly wise as well. That broke the whole freaking structure. Same thing what we did all the way over here, right? So yeah. Let's see. I'm not in a position. I didn't put any bids or something because I didn't trust it at all, and I'm still done. But I will aim for it if we're gonna have any pullback. So yeah, and even Stu agree with this. So oh here, even perfectly with the support. But yeah, let's see how the week is gonna open up because that's gonna be interesting. Because they did pump it on Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, did gap out Friday. So what's the reason for it? I have no clue. I don't care about it. So far, I wish to short it more longer, but it is what it is. Maybe we're gonna change and we're gonna long it. Let's see. I'm gonna be quite vocal about it if I'm gonna be ready to pull the trigger on it. That's the only one with the greenest and the highest number so far on the charts. And yeah, I've been aiming for that for quite a long time. But yeah, that it came back to 77.06, it's quite nice because that was the first aim that for me. Double bottom, and there wasn't even a small fractal of structure that it show you that you're gonna do that move. Why? Because it's at low, high, and you broke that low, and after that break, you had a swing failure, and it skyrocketed. So talk about shenanigans, dogs they are there because they can fucking manipulate. Even they say they don't, and they can, they still can. But yeah. So yeah, that's I guess all from me. I'm looking at my charts. There was something that I want to mention, but I don't remember what it was. Hmm. That you get older. Jesus. Um. Yeah, let's have a look in the chat. What you guys talking about? Rooted alchemy. IG. What's that? Balance. Do you want to say, or could I need some coordination and balance build up? Fucking hell. I don't believe in that, but fine. Hi. Arc. Okay, now I understand why you want me to look at it. So did they wipe out everything? Doing exact the same thing what they did over there? Sounds hard from the support. Bro, you mean from the support of 2025? October? Fucking hell. Yeah, it's up 35%, but it's down freaking 80. What's happened here? That's not. And talking about the build up for it, there it is. You pirates, invaders. One of meme coins, right? It is. It is. But did you got any? Serious drop and a nice pump. Yeah, that pump doesn't do good to that dump. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna steal 100K from you, but I give you one penny. That's how it looks like. Oh, yeah, potentially it could hold on. Any retest of 0.0331, off you go. But this, like, bro, what the fuck? There's nothing left anymore. Nothing. Oh shit, that's gonna even go worse. You close if you close the weekly like that. That's a nice monthly candle, right? Do we see this somewhere? Guess so. That's rough. What happened here? Are they still alive? Hmm. Oil. Oil been going up. It's not only just because from tomorrow oil is gonna up. It's been going. ASM. Here's your support. Came back. Tested quite perfectly. You go. Right. First regain. Did you do that? Already in January 26th. It's still going up. Yeah. Same thing as what's that name? Gold. Right? Same structure as gold. So what you're gonna do is fill this up. And if and only if, and this is something that you should think about, if you regain this 77, right? You regain that. Coming back, then you have a change of character. Yeah, all been going up, and it will continue. Definitely. Definitely after as well on this whole shenanigans, what they do with the war and all that stuff. War is just like continuation stuff, like the with charts. It's been going up. You didn't catch the bottom over here, then you are right now in the middle of the move. It's been already up since. That corn. God, I can only imagine what the tomorrow market update is gonna be about. Yeah, that's freaking all. Yeah, I will got the songs from me. What about the rest of the stuff? What happened? Oh my fucking god! Can you summarize this? Uh, Dramatic. Oh, that's a nice way to put it. As well said. 1.7 million worth of ARC. Much. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I like market slow. Yeah, of course. Yeah, like okay. So that project is gone. I don't think they're gonna recover it soon from that drop. Anyhow, um, those wigs on the Asta is horrendous. Okay, could potentially turn around. Anything else, guys? You want me to look at it? Used to up. Flip of March is the level that you need to aim for. Sorry, 67-ish level is the level to regain. That's the only. And right now, depends how we're gonna open up weekly to hold on that. Um, so remember this 58 9 right? The low of the monthly from the previous structure on from a year ago, right? Remember that. Another thing, I've been looking mentioning this whole block over here, right? We got quite close to it. Hold as a support. We went higher, got lower, high low from it. They're stacking up over here, and we are still a little bit in the iffy zone, right? Now they starting to build it. They plugged it, right? They pulled that whole shit of it, but they start to build around 54 ish. So that's a little bit below about the monthly level, right? So if they start to aim for this area with the orders, potentially we could see as right because the upside not much. So if the upside is not gonna be appealing for the market makers, then there is a downside, right? There's much more stacked and there is much more spread downside than to the upside. So yeah, let's see. So yeah, is there anything else, guys? Let me do it. Oh, Crypto Beauty. That's been a while. Been here with us. Adios Mac. You new to community? Oh, you are friends with Eagle, so I guess. Cool, cool, cool. Sunglass. Used to have a really good weather over here. Wearing my sunglasses for the first time since summer. Weird. Thanks. Thank you very much. What's that, Diego? Hippo. Where do you find them? Nice. Pump up from like middle of nowhere. Perfect. Where do you find those shits? Wait until I found the bot setting. Bro. Oh my god. That's gonna be on you. I'm not gonna be dealing with that. Mayhem. Yeah. So we have Bera. So that's already a fucking shitty one. Hey guys, how about the bot? Waiting for the new update. Hope it's gonna be happening this days. It looks like so. We could see some new things coming up. But yeah, weekly close. Always remember it's gonna be volatile till the end day ends, right? So 4 hour till the 4 hour not gonna be closed. This still could reverse. Same thing, daily one. Always remember that, guys. Don't jump the boat when the candle is active. Don't go break something. That's true. That's what we've been all doing. Master. I did my all updates already. How about you finish them? You got sidetracked with your meme coins. I We're gonna have small updates to Bera and an Injective, by the way. So Injective is a little bit more better numbers, so win rate and drawdown. So I like that. Only the baseline change on it, and Bera is a little bit more updated. So this shit coin is still in fucking sideways, bit choppy. Is what it is. Hold on. Cool. Yeah, same. And then I'm already in on some stocks. So yeah, happy to introduce them. So yeah. Oh, for by the way, for this as well, a little bit more insight. I hope we're gonna explain that while we're gonna do the update. Google, there is like the numbers what we did, right? They are not with maybe. I don't think so. They are not with re-entries, right? If you want to have re-entries because the moves are really freaking long, and if you're gonna get stopped out or somewhere in like beginning of it, you still can re-enter, right? You're gonna do it manually or you use the bot. It's up to you. But yeah, got there. And Apple as well. Ugh, I'm starting to get tired. I think I need to have some. That's how it's gonna be. I hope from tomorrow or mid tomorrow day. Let's see. It all depends on our devs. They're gonna manage to put it up. So far, so good, I guess. Everyone is happy. I will maybe post today or tomorrow about those long setups, or maybe not gonna bother. If there is gonna be a potential another setup, I'm gonna post about it. But I think you all got the hang of it. What I've been doing lately and how it's going on. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that, Eagle. You are here? Yeah, you are here. I forgot to mention that. Do you guys jump on this? On the tournament? The ones who are using the bots, because I did, and that was a little bit stupid of me because I did jump on it, and I didn't do with my main account. I did with my sub account that I did, but it's still good. Let's see how that's gonna be playing me. One, bro, I don't care. You can sell the phone. Who cares? You thinking in, oh, this goes on iPhone. I'm not gonna touch it. But I'm thinking like, fucking, I can sell that shit. I have already plenty of phones around me, but I don't need another one. You can sell that one. That's another spot bag, right? That's how I'm thinking. I don't even think I'm gonna win. I'm far from. There are people are doing crazy numbers already. But yeah, let's see how our bot's gonna perform. Just to mention. Mhm. By the way, is that meeting are still going on? Because I saw that Ingo wanted to change it to 6 or something, but I'm still here. Anyhow, we'll need to flip off soon. Last meeting of this freaking week. Look again. Yeah, I didn't look. I saw you been typing there. Oh, fuck my life. 1 hour later. Okay. So I can order my food. What you guys having today for food? I think to order a burger. I'm craving burgers. We'll get away. Yeah. Oh, rabbit stew. Gee. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that out loud, otherwise my freaking chairs and everything gonna float, I guess, if I'm gonna speak out that out loud. Oh, oh, I know what it is. Yeah, if I'm gonna Google it, I will know. By that, I fucking know. Oh, boy. Mm. Is that not like the meatballs thing? Uh, yeah, that's meatballs with potatoes, right? Yeah. Yeah. Polish kebab. Polish kebab. What the fuck is that? Polish kebab. That those two things shouldn't be even like in one sentence. Fucking hell. Rabbit stew on the stick. Yeah, rabbit stew. Oh, that's been a long time. Yeah, it means bit and potatoes. Yeah, yeah, meatballs and potatoes. Nice. Classic. Classic. I think I'm gonna order a burger. Favorite one. Let those gains pay out, right? So yeah, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Nice week. Nice pumps. Nice hold still. Still, we're not gonna break the lows. That's the only aim. Break one, and we're going off the cliff. So far, so technically we are squeezing, guys. That's how you can look at it. This whole section over here, what we are doing, is kind of squeezing. This whole range of range still squeezing, right? Till we're gonna see the pop. We could potentially go higher up at 70, right? Because that's the highest liquidity still, not even taken. Yeah, that's still the aim. But let's see how we're gonna hold on the structure wise. Yeah, that's fucking strange. That Polish kebab from Polish shop. So it's not Polish near Glasgow. Kebab was actually Turkish. Yeah, duh, we know that. That kebab is Turkish. That's fine. If someone said like Polish kebab to me, like I'm not. Oh fuck no, nope. And yeah, kebab. Like who's the fuck eats kebabs on the streets, man? If I'm thinking about it, I need gonna sit on the toilet for 2 days. No, that shit is the best if you make it by your own. Mm. So yeah, all that noise in the chat, it's crazy to me. Like that I need to scroll fucking 20 pages of noise. Oh fuck my life. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, I need to read that stuff as well. Imagine my fucking brain after scrolling through that. Anyhow, I think that's all clear, guys. Been a quick and nice stream. A lot of info, so you know where it stands on. Be aware of tomorrow market open. Definitely New York. It's gonna be volatile as heck. So yeah, If you are not sure about trading or being in a trade, oh, nice. Volatility is coming in. On the squeeze. Oh, that's a good one as well, yeah. The squeeze. And we are potentially aiming for it, so yep. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So yeah, you all know what's going on and what's happening. So 2 levels to aim for, March and 60, wait, what was it? 63.8. That's the level. Nothing else matters at all. Everything else, it's noise. Noise, noise. Noise, noise. Anyhow, thank you very much. Get it all. And I will see you on the flip side Wednesday. Close by to my birthday. Oh boy. You have 30 guesses which day is my birthday. Someone's gonna guess, get the prize. Which one? I have no clue. Everyone's gonna freaking guess right now. Spam the chat. Thank you, Orca and Beauty. Thank you. I will. I will. Oh, none of you are even close yet. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Orca. That's a good one. Oh, fuck yeah. I will forget about that. Thank you very much. I will switch the bot off. So, top. Yes. Awesome. Thank you very much. I almost forgot about that. But yeah, anyhow, love you all. Thank you very much. We'll see you Wednesday. Bye bye.